Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast. Today we're featuring a 2007 Toyota 4Runner SR5. This is a four-wheel drive with a V6 in it. So these have got a long history and tradition with Toyota. They've been very well received and liked from consumers to reviewers to dealers. I think this is the 7th generation. So they've been around forever, since the early 90s, and they were kind of the bare bones version of a Land Cruiser, so a much less expensive unit with less bells and whistles and less gear on them. It's got xenon lights, as you can tell, but it's still very capable off-road. So this is a four-wheel drive, means it's got 4 high, it's got 4 low, it's got a locking center differential. This has new tires. They just did new brakes, calipers, and rotors. On the front, it was just serviced. So they've got a couple different levels of these. They've got a limited, they've got an SR5, they've got a sport, and this is the entry-level version. It's a 5-passenger. It's got a towing package on it, as you can see, and really clean. So people like these because you can take them anywhere. You don't have to worry about beating them up. They'll take a beating, but then also you don't have a lot of money invested, and they're just kind of designed for taking to the mountain or the beach, and with Toyota reliability. So there's your stinger for the trailer hitch. You've got a shelf here in the back, and as you can see, very clean. You've got rear fold down seats back there, and anyways, just good rigs. They're we see a lot, you know. I've got a Land Cruiser, it's got 200,000 miles on it. We see them all the time with 250, 300,000 miles. So mileage is kind of a non-issue as far as wearing out goes. And this design is a little bigger, so you've got a little more room. And as you can see, there's not a dent or a ding or a scratch on this. And the body's very, very clean. There's a little mark there and a little mark there on the front bumper, but other than that, that's kind of it. So if you're not familiar with the difference between all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive gives you a high and a low range, and all-wheel drive is just all-wheel drive. You can't modify that, and what that means is you've got a transfer case in your car that you can re-gear. So as I mentioned, cloth interior, it's very clean. They've put tinted windows on it. They just put a new windshield in it. They had a couple of this is a customers of ours, and they're moving to Orlando and don't want to ship it. So it's been a family rig and it's been very well taken care of. So power windows, locks and mirrors, manual seats. You've got lumbar here on the driver's side. You've got cruise control. You have a 6-disc changer. So you can see, very, very clean. So this is the locking center. You've got the diff is here in the center, and looks like that applies to the front wheels. This is a traction control for Toyota. You've also got a hill descent control, which is this button here in the center console. As you can see, very, very clean. We've got 2 fobs. I only have one now, but we've got 2. So you've got keyless entry and locks, and then key. So sunroof up here. Turn that down. So I'll close that just so you know that it works. Got my Macklemore on the radio. It's a good song. Anyway, so, you know, door trim, center console, very, very clean. So 6-disc changer, as I mentioned. You've got AC. Here's your transfer case. So these used to be shift knobs on the floor, and now everything's electronic. So you've got high 4 and low 4, your back power windows, cruise control here. You've got intermittent wipers, front and rear. You've got driving lights, fog lights. You have a tilt wheel. 105,491 miles, and that's kind of it. So as AC, rear defrost, recycling air, hazards. So kind of it. It's just a basic Toyota product. You know, people love these things. They're comfortable. They're a no-brainer as far as maintenance and service goes. They get decent gas mileage, and we'll just drive forever. So anyways, if you've got questions or would like additional information on this particular rig, feel free to contact us, and we can be reached at 503-227-2354. Thank you for visiting West Coast Auto Enthusiast.